Coming up in today's video, we are going to be traveling from here at Taichung HSR station using Taichung's fancy new MRT system to travel the full 16 kilometers length, passing through all 18 stations, ending here in Beitun main station. And along the way, I'll be stopping at various MRT stations, taking you to each MRT's closest restaurants just to show you how easy and convenient it is to find delicious food here in Taiwan's central city. And thanks to Surfshark VPN for sponsoring this video and sending me the money to pay for all of the delicious foods we're about to eat. More of them later, because first it's time for breakfast. And for breakfast we've come to this uber traditional backstreet breakfast store, 5日古早味早餐店, and we've come here to try a food that I think everybody should try at least one time in their life in Taiwan. This is a Taoyuan, and this one seems to be a little bit more fried. I'm not sure if this has been deep fried or shallow fried, but I'm gonna have a try this one, and then there's an even more special one coming up next. I'm not sure if I've ever introduced Taoyuan on the channel before, but definitely different to the ones I've eaten before. In fact, this one, if you take a look at the outside, it's almost got like a youtiao built into it. That's super surprising, super crunchy. As always, the perfect breakfast accompaniment drink is a nice cup of doujiang. And I'm not sure if this is legal or not in Taiwan, but because it looks like youtiao, I'm gonna dip my Taoyuan into the doujiang. Oh my god, the saltiness of the Taoyuan with the sweetness of the doujiang are a really, really good combination. Wow, was not expecting that. But of course, one Taoyuan isn't enough for a big boy like me, so I've gone for this shop's speciality. Now just take a look at that. This is also a Taoyuan. I've added some sauce, injected some special spicy sauce in the inside, but this one is Taoyuan jiadan, and they put an egg inside and then fold up the Taoyuan all around it. So we end up with this kind of like, looks a bit like a suijianbao, but it's actually a deep fried Taoyuan. Oh my god, look at that egg poking out inside. Can you see in there? I thought it was going to be a hard-boiled egg, but it looks soft-boiled. After 13 or 14 years of being here, you still find culinary surprises that just blow you away. This is exceptional. So that's our breakfast here at 5日 MRT station, just a 5-minute walk from the station, past 5日 Guoshao Elementary School, and you'll find this restaurant just here at the side of the street. No dine-in, there's no dine-in option, so I'm sitting here in the street, and the price, $52, including 2 Taoyuan and my doujiang. Not bad at all, CP 值非常高, but time to get out of here, get back on the MRT, and on to the next stop. And that next stop brings us 6 stations north of 5日 to Wenshin Forest Park Station, where after a couple of minutes walk along Wenshin Road, you can find this restaurant, Zhenzu Suijiao Pearl Dumplings, and I've ordered an incredibly winter-warming, heartwarming dish. This is Suan La Changjiao, hot, spicy, sour soup with dumplings, and just take a look at the mix of ingredients in there, the steam coming off it, that kind of thick gelatinous soup, and I can't even begin to list the ingredients. There's fungus, there's tofu, there's bean sprouts, spring onions, and of course, these huge, probably piping hot pork dumplings. We'll give that a minute. Yep, traditional pork and leek piping hot dumplings. Interestingly, I think the spice element in this dish comes from ground pepper. It seems to be full of ground black pepper, not so much lajiao, not so much chili peppers. And as with many foods that you'll find here in Taiwan, this one originates from China. And from what I read online, doing a bit of research, it's full of pepper, and that's for relatively poor people that couldn't afford other spices or flavors to warm themselves up in winter. The pepper is there solely for that purpose of giving you a bit of a kick and a warm up in winter, and it's certainly helping me. And again, just for a bit of variety in the video and to share some rather adventurous foods, this is 猪头皮, and it's basically just like a bit of a fatty bacon covered in soy sauce with some spring onions for a bit of garnish. There we go, a nice close-up shot of a bit of pig's head skin and a bit of cartilage in there for a bit of crunch. So yes, if you're watching this video in winter and you're looking for a bit of a warm-up, definitely recommend this stop on the MRT line and find this restaurant. And at $85 for the soup and $35 for the dutopi, $120. Not bad, a pretty normal price to pay for a heartwarming, fulfilling, substantial, spicy lunch. Really delicious, really warms the soul as much as it satisfies the stomach. I'm gonna get it finished, but the video is heading to restaurant number 3, which brings us along the MRT station more into the center of Taichung. We came to Wenshin Inghua station and took a less than 1 minute walk across Wenshin Road to here at Sun-E Japanese sushi restaurant, because I like to keep these videos interesting. So we've stepped out of Taiwan a little bit. I'm going to try some Japanese food for lunch and just take a look at this spectacular looking tuna donburi. A little bit out of the price range at $200, and including the miso soup and jelly dessert, we paid $249 for this rather exorbitant lunch. But as we're going to be eating a lot today, I decided to keep the quality high and the amount low. As you can see, it's not the biggest dish of donburi in the world, but it looks absolutely delicious. There's a rather delicious looking scallop. There's salmon eggs, which is one of my favorite things to pop in my mouth. And of course, several different cuts of tuna with a bed of rice underneath and a couple of slices of lemon to keep it nice, fresh and zesty. And one of the key ingredients when eating sushi is of course the soy sauce and wasabi. I always go for as much wasabi as I can fit in the bowl and as much as I can handle. Let's get a piece of this tuna soaked in wasabi and soy sauce and put it to the test. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, slightly too much wasabi on the bottom of that one. Eyes are watering. But the fish seems fresh, which is of course the most important thing when eating raw meat. Let's try a little bit of the fish with some lemon juice drizzled over it instead of wasabi. Just look at it glistening, that lemon juice shining in the light. Bit of lemon flesh on there too. One of my favorite foods in the world is scallops, and this one covered in salmon's eggs, salmon roe. This is gonna be good. Absolutely delicious. One more ingredient I failed to notice on first inspection. It looks like it comes with some bois, pickled radish, I think. So I'm going to team that up with the fish, pop it in the mouth and see. Oh yeah, there's that crunch I love so much. What is that? Have I just been presenting this whole video with soy sauce on my face? Right, okay, seeing as we have been traveling across Taichung on the super safe and super convenient Taichung MRT, I thought it's time for us to take a break from all of the food and all of the eating, and time for me to share with you today's equally safe and equally convenient sponsor of the video, Surfshark VPN. As more and more of everybody's personal life moves online, it's becoming more and more apparent that everybody should be using a VPN for several different reasons. One of the most important of which is your personal online security. As I traveled along the MRT line today, I could see almost everybody on the train had their face down, buried in their phones, some of whom I'm sure are connected to public Wi-Fi. Networks that possibly leaves people's data or whatever they are sharing online open to hacking by nefarious characters. Online banking, iCloud passwords, or just your personal family photos are all at risk when connected to public Wi-Fi. A Surfshark VPN account, however, will encrypt all of your data through their secure servers and put an extra barrier between you, your data, and those baddies who are trying to get their hands on it. Therefore, when Surfshark offered to pay me for all of the food we're eating in today's video, if I just share their service with you guys, I gladly accepted, especially as they are not only offering you a massive 83% off the price of their service when you use my code and link in the description down below using the code word Alan, but also they're throwing in an extra 4 months completely completely free on top of that 83% off. There's loads of other benefits to having a Surfshark account, such as being able to access geo-blocked content, which means I am able to access Netflix UK only content that my family back in England are able to enjoy, that without a Surfshark VPN account would be unavailable to me here in Taiwan. All the details are in the description and top comment down below. Go check it out, show them some love, and hopefully they'll come back to me in the future with more money for more food. Talking of which, it's time for food number 4, which brings us along the MRT line to Wenshin Zhongqing Station, which interestingly is where you will find Beiping Lu. And here in Beiping Lu, there are dozens, if not hundreds, of restaurants, kind of like the food street of Beitun district. And because we're eating so much in today's video, this one is going to be a little bit of a light dessert mid-afternoon snack. We have gone for their douhua, a very simple traditional Taiwanese dessert. I have no idea what it's made from. I'd love to get the information from you guys in the comment section, but I'm guessing it's some kind of tofu or grass tea jelly mixed together. Really sweet. I think it's not too unhealthy compared to some other desserts, much healthier than ice cream. And just to share with you my reasoning for sharing this food with you guys is because I really want any foreign people that are watching these videos to have a really authentic Taiwanese experience. It is a little bit adventurous and a little bit scary looking to a newcomer. I know that might sound crazy to a lot of people who've been here a long time, but it's something that you can definitely eat. It's basically like a jelly and custard is what I would compare it to back home. A nice, light, simple afternoon snack to share with you guys, because food number 5 is going to be something special. And that special final food brings us all the way to the northern end of the MRT line. Here at Jiushi Station, we're not actually at Beitun main station, the very end of the line, and that's because basically there's nothing there. And when I looked online for restaurants around the end of the MRT line, the reviews for this restaurant, Taoyuan Nyoro, were exemplary. So I traveled all the way out here, ordered my food, and then was told that at the moment they're not offering Neiyong, there's no dine-in. So we're sitting outside the MRT station eating this absolutely delicious looking Tao Sa Ta Nyoro, stir-fried beef, peppers and vegetables, and a bit of rice. It's a little bit like beef noodles, but instead of noodles, there's rice. Oh wow, that has got a real bit of spice to it, really nice. Just take a look at that beef, glorious beef, really nice vegetables, bit of chili. A little bit disappointing that we couldn't sit inside and share the atmosphere of the restaurant. It seemed incredibly busy as I was ordering. There was like 4 or 5 staff working hard to fulfill orders, and having to do takeaway for one of the meals for today isn't too much of a problem. Taiwan is a very wide-eye style culture. But yeah, of course I wanted to share the situation with you guys as honestly as possible, so I really wanted to try that restaurant, really wanted to try this dish, so takeaway and sit in the street it is. Wow, absolutely delicious, and a little bit spicier than I was expecting, hence the sweating. But I think that's going to be the end of the video. Thank you for coming with me on this journey along Taichung's new MRT line, and I hope I've served the purpose of showing you guys how easy and convenient it is to get around the city and find delicious foods. I just shared 5 foods. I could have shared 50 or 500. There are delicious foods all over this city and this country. So if you have any suggestions of things you'd like to see me eating, please let me know in the comment section down below. Once again, a special thanks to Surfshark VPN for sponsoring this video. Go check out their website and get your hands on their service for that massive 83% off and 4 months free service. But I think that's it. Time for me to get home, edit this video for you guys. And yeah, thanks for being here to the very end. As for now and as always, I'll see you next time in my life in Taiwan. Peace. Bye-bye.